What's good, YouTube? It's your boy ShoSaga with another video, and today we're talking about Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon, the go-to anime itself, the go-to game series itself. Honestly, I haven't watched Pokemon in like a minute, so I really can't tell you whether the anime itself is good or bad. All I can tell you guys is that the games are some of the most successful games in the world, but obviously the franchise has fallen off. You know, in terms of like, obviously it's still selling insanely well. Because I think Pokemon's at that stage now where if you were an older Pokemon fan and you're coasting off the greatness of some of the older games, you'll still buy some of the new Pokemons. You know, people have kids and kids like Pokemon now. They get their kids into what they like growing up and stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pokemon is accessible to younger kids and everything, you know. So, it's universal. Pokemon to me has built something that is so good that for the rest of time, as long as they keep dropping Pokemon games and keep designing new Pokemon, it's gonna sell. It's like one of the most profitable businesses in the world, and it makes sense why it is, you know, obviously. And me personally, man, I've always been a fan of JRPGs, you know what I'm saying, like the turn-based. Turn-based has always been my thing. So Pokemon going the turn-based route and keeping it for forever has always been a fan favorite of mine, so I'm not gonna lie. I made a lot of videos about Arceus. I believe that's how I ended up getting over 1,000 subscribers, you know, basically just making a lot of Pokemon videos. But I made a lot of those videos back in the day, talking about Legends and, you know, versus the original series. Now, as far as the future of these Pokemon games, I feel like honestly, we do have a precedent to make a great game. It just needs to be polished more. I believe what the recent one is Scarlet and Violet. Like, that's the most recent Pokemon games. The thing that upset me a lot is that I look forward to actually Pokemon remakes. I really do, because for me, Pokemon remakes are a way to enjoy a game that you loved way back in the day, and, you know, experience it with visual graphics that are better. Pokemon is a game where remastering their games makes a lot of sense. Like, Pokemon is that franchise that can actually do that. Like I said, they built almost the perfect franchise, because they can literally give us old games, old story concepts, just maybe new updated visuals and new updated gameplay, and we'll buy that like we buy every other game, you know. So but I think the problem with that is that I feel like they got a little bit too comfortable, because they came out with that Brilliant Diamond and I forgot what the other one's called, Shining Pearl or something like that, and they were very lackluster. Honestly, they was remade, and the art style to me wasn't really that bad. It was more reminiscent of like the older Pokemons, but a lot of people wanted it to be like a full-on remake, which I agreed to. I think they just really didn't change anything. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really feel like a different, because the way they explain it in the actual Pokemon canon is that it's a different timeline. You know what I'm saying? It's different from what you usually know. So it's like, this events happened, but this is a different timeline, like Multiverses of Madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole different timeline from what you know and originally played in the games. That's why they have stuff like Mega Evolutions and all these little special abilities and stuff. I pretty much played, I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much played every Pokemon game as far as like the mainline games. Like, there's been a lot of spin-offs like Pokemon Snap and stuff. I played the original Snap, but some of the games from back in the day, I honestly haven't played them, to be honest. But my whole point is that I'm saying I played majority of these games, and the reason why to me it's important for me to talk about this subject is that my favorite Pokemon game, one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, like, obviously I love like all the original old greats and stuff, even like some of the remakes like Omega Ruby and all that. I love those games because I love Mega Evolution. I love when they try to do new things inside of Pokemon. I wish they would have never really got rid of Mega Evolution so quickly, because the ultra designs of Pokemon could have been such a cool concept for so many Pokemon, because it's another way to reintroduce so many of the new Pokemon by giving them Mega Evolutions. But I guess it was too broken, it was too powerful, so it couldn't persist. But that sucks, man. I wish they didn't really go away from that. But, you know, they had other things like I think in Legends they had like Pokemon that were specific to the region. So they were like basically foreign Pokemon that I guess were very rare because they was, you know, ancient in a way. And that was cool. Arceus is to me is the way Pokemon should be going. I think that is the way Pokemon should be doing their thing. To me, it felt like weirdly enough, it felt like a Monster Hunter game, but like a very lower scale, obviously. But it felt like, you know, going out there and hunting different Pokemon was some of the funnest thing ever, because you get to really explore the map. Swimming to new islands or something, or like flying to new places and stuff, and then kind of seeing like I think I remember going in the corner of like the ice map or whatever up there and freaking finding a Alpha Lucario. I love the Alpha Pokemon, the giant Pokemon. I didn't think when you caught them you're gonna be able to play with them big, and it just was funny. It was a lot of funny matchups. All in all, though, man, what I'm saying is I like that though. I think Legends should be the state of the Pokemon games from now on. I think the next Pokemon game should definitely be a Legends project. I would assume, I think Black and White is after that, because that was taking place in the Diamond and Pearl era, I think, because they're the Arceus. I want to say Black and White is after that, if I'm not mistaken, and that would be cool to kind of go back and see some of the Black and White dragons and stuff, and like go in that ancient world where, you know what I'm saying, you can see the different Pokemon and stuff in that world, like in that region. But it wouldn't be that region, it would be another one. But obviously, you know, that would be cool just to see more of the ancient Pokemon and the different variations of different Pokemon. And it just felt like that one was funner. Felt like the alpha Pokemon were just mini bosses. I like that. Honestly, make them super hard and make them like super hard to get an alpha Pokemon, because you know alpha Pokemons were kind of OP too. You know, so they were strong too. So there was really no reason that why we couldn't do megas. All in all, man, that's pretty much all I had to say today. I want to reiterate though, is that I do want to push for more Legend series, but I want Pokemon to continue innovating. But honestly, I'm not saying it's getting to the point where I wouldn't buy any Pokemon game, but it's definitely getting to the point where it's getting really stretched in. In terms of at least my age and my generation, as far as Pokemon goes. Like, I love the games and stuff. I haven't played the DLCs for Scarlet and Violet. I think at this point for me, DLC is just not enough for me. Like, it's not enough for me to buy it, hop back in for 2 seconds, and you know, maybe get some cool Pokemon. But once I'm pretty much done with the game, I'm done with the game. So they don't really offer me hard enough challenges to where I would actually go back and play those. And to be honest, the story of these Pokemon games are nowhere near as interesting enough for me to really dive back in for a deep story. I don't think Scarlet and Violet was bad. I just think it was lackluster, because after Legends, they took a lot of the stuff that Legends had, and that to me that was a little bit relevant. Like, I think the ability to move the camera and all that, to move around in Pokemon battles, that should have been mainstay. I was looking at Legends like it was going to be the way the mainline games would run, but obviously they went back to the same formula, and to me it's just kind of a little disappointing. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Hopefully Pokemon, you know, just decides to, I don't know, maybe with the new Switch or something, we'll have a more high definition Pokemon. That'd be cool, but we'll see, man. We'll see what the future holds. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe. Hopefully we get some more remakes, and I'll see you guys next video. スタープラチナザワやれやれだぜ。